Hello everyone and welcome back to Niche, the Tribe of the Sea. And we are here with our tribe that's been struggling a little bit. We've been slowly chased off of the mountain by these balance bears, which are lurking uncomfortably close. There's one down here, and there's also one somewhere up here by Kutavan. And then there's a bearina over here. You can see there's a baby bearina. And a lot of you guys have been asking if we can tame it, and the answer is no, because we actually didn't end up taking out the mother, because Flounder's just not strong enough to do that on his own, and there's really no one nearby who can help him, so he's gonna have to be very evasive. But we're definitely working on getting our defender line kind of in place here, especially with some of these creatures who do have the stronger attack. So as that line continues on, I think we'll start to see a little bit of an easier time defending. But right now our genetics are kind of a mess. We're trying to breed in a lot of traits like the poison fangs, and we're trying to, or yeah, you can see, not actually, she doesn't have it, but Calder has it. And we're trying to breed in this platypus beak, and so our breeding is a little bit all over the place and not entirely working out the best. Now, it's not that it's working out badly, but we're losing our food supply. And some of you guys have been mentioning that, and that is true. It's because we have 42 creatures, and that's a lot higher than I normally like to have it, but because we are breeding for certain genetics, we have been forced to breed a little bit more than we were hoping we would. Now, with that said, that's hopefully going to start to be less of a problem as we start consolidating lines. I think we're going to try, and honestly, I think we'll breed Bahari and where'd he go? And Crate if we can. Now, the trouble with this is that they do have the same immunity genes, so that there's a good chance of their babies being sick. But if we can get a creature that has double poison fangs, that'll make everything a lot easier, because then we can breed that creature with lots of different creatures who have different immunity genes, perhaps. So that's kind of the game plan. Sorry for starting off a little bit talky here. I just wanted to explain what I'm doing. Now, with that said, what genes do these guys have? So we have A and K. Do we have anyone who ended up having the A and K genes? Nala has A. Because these guys have, unfortunately, the genes that are already, well, some of them. So G and E are already in the family with an outpost, so D and A, I think it's actually just K, because, yeah, we have G with these guys, and so if we have A, or not A, if we can get the K gene bred in, which Aqua has, then that'll be good. So I think we'll try breeding Aqua into the family as well, even though she doesn't have the poison fangs, and they'll kind of be the start of this line. Now, as for our platypus beak babies here, we have little Manatee who was just born, and what we really need to start doing is breeding them so that we can get those nimble fingers in, and then we'll have creatures who are able to traverse the sea. And hopefully, so like Manatee does have the double water body, and we should be able to have them traverse the sea and be able to crack open any shells or coconuts they may find and dig up the sea floor. Now, I want to just kind of take a look at, so we have K and E. In fact, well, no, I want to see who all has the platypus beak. What genes are we seeing in this line? I believe it was a little restrictive, right? So we have Manatee who has it, Crab has it, Brizo, Carrack, Coco, Ambe, Carrara, and Tadella all have it secondary. So we've got it in quite a few places, but we need to expand the genetics of the creatures because they all are fairly similar. So I think out of the males that had it, let's look again. Coco has it and has G and I, and so that wouldn't be good to breed him with Manatee. And Carrack is the father, and Kirku has it, E and I. Yeah, we're definitely, all of our creatures so far have had the eye immunity. Now, I wanted to look and see because some of you guys, we did! Okay, some of you guys were saying that we actually unlocked it, which is crazy because I didn't think we had. I'm pretty sure they actually adjusted some of the costs for things in this. So let's actually see if we can find... Okay, so the cost for wings is now just inviting animals with the gene into your tribe. and that was not the case before. So we're definitely seeing that, yeah, like the beak, I think, got turned down too. So some of these things got updated, and I guess the platypus beak was one of them, so that changes everything. So I think what we'll end up doing is we'll go ahead and we'll breed... Okay, if we have lobster, lobster's getting pretty old, D and E. Crab has E as well. So let's see. Do we have a good female we could breed here? So Carrara has it, and she has K and I. So Carrara maybe, and do we have a male who has it, who doesn't have... No, I think they all had I, we determined. So if we bred Carrara and lobster maybe, let's try and do that, I think. So we'll put lobster's already on alpha, and Carrara, well, okay, she'll age up in like 2 days, and he has 3 days left. That's not a very good option, but hopefully we can start expanding the genes that we have here with them. And so, okay, we have the tail. The other thing we're going to want to boost is his fertility, and see if we can get that up. And then Carrara has a secondary platypus beak, and so we definitely want to put that in her mutation menu as well, and we also want to raise her fertility, so I guess the same things in each mutation menu for them. Now, the other thing you guys have been saying is that if we can find hammertail, which we have a chance of doing over here, we can actually perhaps breed that onto our creatures, because apparently it gives cracking now. Now, I don't know if that... I haven't actually seen it in-game since, but apparently one of the updates gave it 1 strength and 1 cracking. So, with that said, that might be something worth looking into too, but it's going to depend on which gene we find over here. So, let's go ahead and we'll start a new day. Oh, and there's a clown koi down here too, but those are a little bit stronger, and it looks like we did lose... I think that might have been Manta who just passed away. I'm pretty sure it was Manta. So, let's see. Yeah, Carrara definitely has 1 more day before she's going to be old enough, and we have a lot of leeches that are going to be biting here. A lot of leeches that are going to be biting. My goodness. Okay, Cambay also has... So she also has the platypus beak. And she... Okay, she has the double nimble fingers too, which is really good. Well, and so does Carrara. Maybe we'll try and breed... No, Cambay's going to be too young. Are there any of our other platypus females who would be safe to breed with lobster? Well, Renai's here, who is just born, might be able to... E and I? No, D and E. So unfortunately not. Was there anyone? It's that eye immunity that causes problems. So I don't think we're going to end up, I don't think we're going to end up breeding her there. So, E and I, is there anyone she could breed with? Preferably someone with double nimble fingers. She could, well, she's not going to be old enough to breed with High Tide. But Cambay maybe could. She might be able to. Let's make sure we gather from all of these bushes so that we don't lose anything to the bunnies. But we do need to choose our next steps carefully. Oh, and there is a platypus dig area that we actually managed to dig up. No, unfortunately, Nala didn't get that one. Oh, and it's Moray's last turn. Oh, I didn't know it was going to be so soon. Well, let's see if we can get him up here, and we'll let him gather from these toxic berry bushes on his last day. I feel like that's something that would that he would want to do to make sure the tribe's going to have enough food, which they just barely do. Now, who all... Oh, is that a dead clown koi, actually? It is. Okay, well, Lilac is one of the ones who has a leash. So let's make sure Stingray pulls that off. And let's see, who else had it? Not Luciana, Bermuda has it. And who else? And Palm has it. Okay. Well, we don't have... Okay, the balance bear is still up there. I don't think anybody's strong enough to actually go attack it. So we'll have to be a little careful. Oh, but there... Oh, there's not... We don't have anyone who can actually fish, though. Unfortunately, not over here. So we can at least try... Oh, Sardine! She did manage to catch a fish, so that's really good. And let's see here. So, Anako does not... she has the ram horns, but she does not have the platypus beak. Oh, pardon me. Sorry about that, you guys. So what I think what we are gonna end up doing is we'll breed Bahari and Crate here. We'll go ahead and see if we can have a poison fanged baby from them, even though it is a little bit risky. We'll see. Or Bahari's the one who does have poison fangs, right? I'm reading that correctly. And I was going to put water body in for Crate, right? Yeah, because he has the spiky body secondary, and while that is recessive to the water body, we want to make sure that we do get the water body in both slots if possible, so that we don't have any surprises pop up. Yes, that was Bahari. So Bahari and Crate will try to have some babies here, and Aqua as well. I went ahead and named this little one Shore because it seems to fit. And maybe we'll see... Well, I don't think, because K and E, we already have Aqua, and so we can make sure that we try to breed her into the Poison Fang family at some point here, too. Let's go ahead and we'll move Aqua over here, and, oops, let's see if Calder can try and dig there. Carrick can, at least, and so we'll bring him over here, and he can dig here as well. Now, Crab, I'm going to actually have leave her nest, and I think we'll have Manatee destroy it. We'll name Renice. What'll be a good name for her? I think I'm going to come back and name her, because for now, I want to focus on, let's get Carrara down here, and then Kanbei can come up here, and we'll let Coco can come over here and be ready to gather there, and Kirku can see if there's anywhere he can dig, perhaps. So there might be some further up on the mountain. If we venture this way a little bit, no, it doesn't look like it, unfortunately. We also need to check and see, I don't see that balance bear. So perhaps we'll task Kutavan with the mission of heading this way and investigating this rock over here, or not a rock, rather an ice block. Perhaps we'll give him that task and see if we do have the hammertail gene, because that could end up being helpful. Now, let's see if, oh, Tadella can maybe... I don't want to risk having her sit under the coconut tree, so we'll just bring her a little bit further this way. Let's make sure Flounder, oh no, it looks like somebody did steal Flounder's berries there, but he can still gather up the coconuts. Now, these guys can continue on. We had them spread out a little bit so that they could hopefully find more, potential food in different areas. Let's make sure Marlin keeps up. We'll have him try and dig as well, but unfortunately without success. And we can bring Perry around down here. Oh, she did find a dig spot, so that's good news for us. Unfortunately, nothing over here, so we'll have them keep looking. And let's see if Aloha can dig anything up. No, unfortunately not. Now, I think we decided we were going to breed Bermuda and, not Luciana, Bermuda and Alaska we're going to end up breeding. And so I think we'll have Aquarius and Anapos kind of come this way, and we'll leave these two to kind of keep an eye on things up here and to kind of watch over the tribe. Oh, hey, we did find Ray's Ranas, so that's good news. There's lots of food down there, and maybe we'll bring Luciana in the same direction to help. Amber, why don't you try and catch some of these fish? And there is a platypus dig area too, but unfortunately she didn't manage to actually dig it up. We can have these two try to dig here though, unfortunately without success though. And let's see, I think these guys have all used their turns. It's gonna be probably up to Newt to end up kind of taking Lobster's place here, because Lobster is actually about to pass away, and he's going to be coming up here to breed anyway in hopes of potentially passing on that platypus beak, which he does have in his genetics, so that's good to see. These two do have a very good chance then of potentially passing that on, even though they will only have one turn to do so. Maybe, you know, it might be worth breeding Crab and Lobster too if we can. We'll just have to see, because they do have similar immunity, but maybe they could try and get something different than that eye immunity that's been stuck in the family for so long. We want to make sure we have lots of options at the very least, but I think we will go ahead and start a new day here because it is about that time again. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. All right. So far, so good. I don't hear anything dangerous. Let's make sure that flounder can gather there. Oh, and that bunny did steal. Oh, but there's a heap of meat. Oh, it's from the dodo mango. The dodo mango actually passed away in the nest. Quickly, Stingray. There's a raised rana. Make sure you grab it. And let's see who's gotten the leech. It looks like Aquarius. So we can bring Anapos up here. And then where is that bunny stealing from us? It's not right here, is it? Oh, there is a bunny right there, but we didn't manage to catch it. Let's see if we can keep looking. Oh, hey, that's where our balance bear went. Let's go the other direction. That's not something we want to mess around with. Let's let Nala go over here and pick up this shell as well. And we can gather, dig, gather. Oops, there we go. So that's good. Let's make sure, so let's breed, there we go. We'll put crab in this nest, and then I'm going to bring Kirara down here and put her here. And then lobster, because it is his last day, we'll let him go over here and gather up that coconut that would have been a little bit dangerous for anyone else to collect. There we are. And well, we never did name her Nice. Honestly, I think we might call her Coconut. Since we were just talking about them, and she was born rather near the coconut trees. Now, she probably won't end up actually gathering them, but nevertheless, I feel the name is a little bit fitting. She kind of reminds me of a coconut in their coloration, perhaps. Oh, and it looks like we do have a shell down here, so Blossom could go grab that and try to dig. Unfortunately, without success, though. Let's see if some of these guys can dig. Good, okay. Oops, let's not put Crate directly on top of it, but maybe Aqua can try there. We'll also see if Carrick can maybe come up out of the sea and maybe find somewhere to dig on land. And Calder could also try and dig here. Still no luck, though. Bahari, why don't you try and dig right there? And Shore, I don't think there's really anywhere he can dig around here. Yeah, so let's see, because these guys will end up breeding in a little bit here. Let's see who else has a leech. Oh, it's Sardine again. Aw, that's pretty unfortunate. Well, let's see if Brizo... Yes, Brizo did find a dig spot. And there's a dig spot here, so we'll bring Brizo kind of close to that too and see if on her next turn she can maybe get it. I don't know where the balance bear went, but hopefully it won't bother us again. They have caused a little bit of problems, though, sometimes, so we gotta be kind of cautious. Now, Kambe will wait here for another turn because she is going to end up breeding with High Tide, I think, and trying to get some of those different genes in the family. And then let's see about this group over here. Where was this leech? That was, oh yeah, that was right here. Oh, and speaking of, not leeches, but there is a raised rana, so that at least was good. These two can venture out this way in search of food, perhaps. And maybe we'll have Amber go this way a little. Oh, there is... Okay, there's nobody we can really bring down here this turn, but we can bring Aloha in this direction to try and gather up that shell. And Luciana can head that way. There's also some fish, so that's good news. Is there anything that Perry can dig up? Oh, yes, indeed. In fact, she found 2 dig spots. And there is somewhere Luna... Yes, even Luna managed to dig up one of those platypus beak spots. There's more here that we can have Marlin try for. Oh, we probably should have just tried for the closer one, but unfortunately, we didn't end up doing that. But we'll have these guys. Oh, there's a fish swarm. We can bring Angler over here. Oh, and it is Angler's last day too. Oh, well, hopefully, well, I don't think that raised Rana is going to come any closer probably. So we'll have her spend her last day trying to dig, but she did catch quite a bit of fish. So she was kind of our original, I think she was our original double-clawed baby, and so she was kind of a very good sign for the tribe in that she was kind of the start of a new era. So it's very, very sad to see her go, but she brought a new era of prosperity to our tribe after they could barely find enough food. So let's see, I think we'll go ahead and start a new day. Or actually, you know what, I think we'll leave off here for today because it is unfortunately about time to wrap up the episode again. Shimmer, are you able to dig there? No, you're not, unfortunately. Didn't quite succeed. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and end off this episode here for today, I think, because it is about that time again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay. Over and out.